Alright, hey guys, what's up? This is the King of K-Pop, aka Kyle. I made this video like a day ago, maybe a little bit before. YouTube said it was too long, so this is going to be part one of two videos, and that is going to in-depth look at three of the biggest K-pop companies in K-pop right now, but not only right now, but for the last 10 years, and that's SM Entertainment, YG Entertainment, and JYP. So this will be part one of two, possibly three. So what I want to talk about, I'm going to start with SM Entertainment. Now, out of the big three companies, YG, SM, and JYP, which have all been out for 10 years, except YG, maybe about a few years less for YG compared to the other two. But out of the big three, I think there's no doubt in anybody's mind that SM is the forerunner of the big three companies in Korea. One of the things I like about SM is how they run their business in terms of how they market their stars. I like how SM markets their stars to be not only talented, in singing, but they teach them in, acting, whether it's for musicals or dramas. They teach them variety programs, how to be very very personal and have, personality, to really work, show their personality and then shine and do really well in variety shows and, talk shows and stuff like that. So when SM pushes their stars out, they make sure that they're equipped with pretty much everything. So that's one of the things I like about SM. Another thing I like about SM is, just their connections both in and outside of Korea in the music market. The connections and stuff that they have, in the U.S. market, in the European music market, it's incredible. Also, another thing about SM is that they have the most powerful, they have the most group of artists under their banner than any other group company out right now. And I haven't seen SM Entertainment have this much crop of talent underneath their label since going back to like almost 10 years ago when you had HOT, Shinhwa, SES, BoA, at that time TVXQ just starting to come out. I haven't seen that crop of talent, so much crop of talent all at once since then, except by the time TVXQ came out, HOT had already split up and stuff. But I think you get what I'm saying here. SM Entertainment has Sonishide, SHINee, TVXQ, which are still active, BoA, who's still active, Super Junior, FX, and then their new group that just came out this year, EXO. And one of the things that makes it so smart is they have such a deep crop of talent is that each and every time an artist promotes an album and they wrap it up, another artist will come back and another artist make a comeback or debut and start promoting. So, for example, when SHINee was the first artist this year to come back with a comeback from SHINee. You had, once SHINee pulled out, then you had EXO make their debut. Shortly after EXO, they did the sub-unit of Sonishide Tetsuo. Once both of those groups wrapped up their promotions, then you got FX, who are still currently promoting, and now we just got Super Junior a few days ago, and BoA and I think TVXQ are scheduled to make Korean comebacks later this year. And Sonishide are going to make a Korean comeback this year as well. But just saying all that to say, how they rotate their artists in and out. Well, one ends promotion, another one debuts or get ready to make a comeback. So they're making money all year round, non-stop. It's not an off-season for SM Entertainment. And that's smart because they're making money all year round. Now, one of the things I don't like about SM Entertainment, I've made this comment before with another video called SM versus YG, a response video to the Mr. K-Pop fan that they had made. And one of the things I explained, one of the things I don't like about SM is how they treat their artists like just complete dogs. They treat them like robots and machines, and people always give the excuse of saying, well, this is what they signed up for, this is like a celebrity. But my thing is this here. This is the life of a celebrity, but you cannot run your artist like a rag doll. You know, at the end of the day, they're people. They will get sick, and once they get sick, they're not going to perform to their very best. And if they're not going to perform at the best level, you, the fan, will not enjoy their concert or seeing them on music shows. You won't enjoy them that much because they're not putting on the best. Because why? They're not getting any rest. So at the end of the day, you know, they're people. They need some time to rest. And I'm not talking about, you know, how SM just gives their artists a unexpectedly 2-day vacation and call it quits. No, they need like a week, maybe even a good month of rest for their artists. They have so much crop of talent. They'll just be promoting all the time, all year round. They can take some of these groups out and have them rest for a month, you know. But anyway, so yeah, so that's what I like and just dislike about SM. Hold on just one quick second. Just want to see how much time I have left here. Okay, about 6 minutes. So another thing I also want to talk about is YG Entertainment. Now, YG Entertainment is my favorite amongst the big three companies. It always has been. Unlike the other two competitors, YG Entertainment, I would consider this more of the rebel of the big three. SM and JYP, you know, their music is pop oriented, pop related. YG is strictly hip hop, R&B related. And one of the things I like about YG's music is that it's not only does it stay true and counterculture to the K-pop Korean music genre, but it also kind of has a little bit of an American flair. So if someone who's never ever heard of K-pop before listens to a 21 or Big Bang song, or even a 7 song, they may think that this is an American song. I mean, regardless of, minus the language barrier, but just based off, you know, instrumentals, they would think that this sounds like an American song. So I love YG Entertainment because YG Entertainment to me has that international image. You know, they have that international oomph. You know, another thing I love about YG is not only their preferable music style, which is hip hop, R&B, but also they give their artists creative freedom in writing their own lyrics and their material. One of the things I like about that is that, you know, he trains his artists in songwriting and everything. And when you look at YG's artists, whether it was from 7 when he made his debut, even down to Big Bang and 21, from their debut to even now, they have all the artists that he brings. They always have this edginess, rebellious, almost kind of cocky personality or swag about him, and that's just like with every artist from his company. So very different. If you were to take, you know, every artist from every record company, big and small, and then put YG's artists like in the same room, you could tell YG's artists away from the others because they just, the way they dress and everything, they just stand out. They're different, and they're proud of it. As well as also like the family-oriented bond between YG Entertainment and their employees. And Big Bang is a perfect example of how Big Bang are just as successful as a Sonishide is to SM Entertainment. And Big Bang, they have tough schedules, but they do rest. You don't hear them complaining about them having grueling and rough schedules. So they are a perfect example of how you can be at the top of the food chain in the music industry, you know, have grueling schedules, but not to the point where you're just about to just pass out and die. So they are a perfect example of that. So SM, if you want to use that, you know, they know what they signed up for. It's no excuse because Big Bang is a perfect example of that. So yeah, that's what I like about YG Entertainment. Hopefully, you know, I'm looking forward to this new girl group. Both of them, Supergirls, and then the other one. No word on this boy band. I'll save that for a separate video. talk about that more in detail. So, yeah, this is going to be it for part 1. Stay tuned when I talk in part 2. I'm going to do part 2 where I talk about JYP Entertainment. So I'll leave your comments in the box below, and me talking about YG and SM. Peace.